Good life, good spirits to all in this divinely given moment in time. I am London Tajere. You can call me London Taj, and I would like to formally welcome you into another dimension.
Keep it 100.
Have it this time. Classic. Yeah, I'm chasing big paper. Now ninjas is big haters. They set a chick up for the check. It's not the weight up.
It's really a long time coming. Cause we've been trying to shine since before it was sunny. Niggas going blind for the love of the money. They know that it's my time, so they saying they love me, but they ain't going for it. You see that feeling is something you can't ignore, but entertaining these fake ass rappers feel like a chore. If money is what you seek, then you gonna always want more. It's kinda like you shooting 100 shots and never
life,
score.
good spirits to you all out there in this divinely given moment in time. It's your girl London Taj, and you are tuned into another episode of Classic Conversations. I need everyone out there to join me in welcoming a very special guest. Join me in welcoming Squalle, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, you lit.
Super lit Squalle in the building today.
That was lit. Yeah, I'm here. Squalle, we in the building. Black Liaison, GA Pro, what up? We here.
Thank you so much for coming out and agreeing to have a classic conversation.
I run the show.
I really appreciate it. You don't understand how long I've been waiting on this moment.
You know,
I've been slick stalking you.
Word.
I've been slick stalking you. You don't even know.
No, that's lit.
I've been really keeping up because I love your music.
Thank you.
So with that in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it.
I really went through this. I feel like me and being an artist is like a God-given. I'm supposed to do this, and I wouldn't be doing justice if I wasn't putting it out. You know, so yeah, I was afraid because you don't know how people gonna take your stuff and interpret it. So I was afraid, but at the same time, it's like I felt like it was my purpose, so I have to do this.
Yeah, and that was actually gonna be my next question. Me and you like you in my head.
I might be.
So what were some of the reactions you recall receiving once you actually started sharing your own authentic pieces of work with others?
It was mixed, you know, but people have their opinions. So, you know, I started out as like a street hardcore type of rapper. So the people that didn't understand that would be like, I ain't feeling it. And then I kind of transitioned into like a lyrical, emotional type of rapper, maybe like a Wale type of rapper. And that was received really well. And I think it's because my name rhymed with his. But I don't know, a lot of people like the lyrical, softer side of, you know, what I was doing. So that stuff was getting received very well. And the other stuff was just like, everybody doing that.
When I first heard you, I really thought about, it just gave me like a Lupe Fiasco type of feel.
Yeah,
and I love that. I love that because like, that's what we need. We need more of that. And then I don't know what happened to Lupe Fiasco. I love you, by the way, but I just stopped seeing a lot of music and hearing stuff. So like, you were like a breath of fresh air. When I finally came across your music, I was like, oh yes.
Yeah, Lupe's still active. He just doing his own thing.
He's just doing his own thing.
A lot of times these artists, they get their fan base and they, you know, get out of their contracts and they go independent and stuff like that. So without the big push from a label, sometimes it seems like they not doing anything, but he's still active and very talented.
Very talented.
Yeah, very talented.
So, okay, I've heard people say that artists are confident. You said that, you know, you've just been kind of naturally confident in front of others in your abilities. What approach did you take to continue building on that confidence as you were moving through in the industry independently?
Practice.
Michael
Jordan's like one of my favorite basketball players.
Yes.
And he said, like, you practice how you play, like you play how you practice. And because somebody asked him, like, how do you feel in the moment when you're having to take that last shot? He was like, I prepared for it. Like, I've practiced and rehearsed for this moment my whole life. So when I'm there, it's natural for me. So that's what it is for me. Like, I'm constantly rehearsing, constantly going over my lyrics in the mirror, in the shower. It sounds crazy, but I'm rapping my songs all day.
Yeah.
To get that confidence. Because if you don't feel confident in saying what you're saying, then when you get in front of people, it's hard.
Yeah.
Especially
sure.
people that you don't know, it's really hard to do. So for me, what helps me is like I practice. And I practice a lot. And I practice to a point to where I'm even practicing what I'm saying. Not even my lyrics. So if I'm like, shout out to all the rappers in the house, I do that over and over.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be on stage and stumble, you know what I'm saying? So
I know, and I'm the worst with stumbling.
Yeah, I take it to an extreme. Like when I introduce my songs, I practice that, what I'm going to say, and I try to stick to that like skeleton, but it's all in your preparation, really.
I think that's a major key alert that a lot of people that may be tuning in, no matter what stage of life you're in right now, whatever it is that you are interested in doing, especially if it's something dealing with entertainment, it's going to take a lot of practice on the back end.
Oh, definitely.
It's going to take
with
a
your
lot
music,
of practice.
like, I study music. I study artists. I study styles and patterns and rhyme scheme and delivery and tone. It's really to a psychotic level almost. Like,
and see, it's crazy because like as a younger person who turned into a teen, who moved into the college level, these were things that I used to love to do as well. And everybody around me was like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Why, when we're in conversation, do you just pop up with a song that goes with the conversation and kind of connects it? Where does that come from? That's weird.
I study.
But you make me feel so good to know it's somebody else in the world that does it.
You want to be like considered the best, or if you want to go down in history as like the best at what you do, you have to study. Like, you would be crazy to think Michael Jordan didn't study basketball. Outside of games, he was watching film, So, and it's like that with music as well. So, if I study other people's music, I study other genres outside of hip-hop. Beats, instrumentals, instruments, anything I can think of that's musical, I study it. Because all of it, in some sort of a way, is going to play a part when you start creating. Yeah. So I go above and beyond just to hone in my skills, So.
That's major. That's so dope though, that you even like put that out there like that, because some people might not even want them to know that this is some stuff that you do.
Some of it's natural, people have the natural ability to do things, but you do have to study if you want to elevate at it, because your talent is only so much. And what's after that?
What's after that? What's after the talent? Major key alert here today. You dropping some major keys early.
Talent just one thing. You gotta study. It's in the Bible. You know what I mean? You gotta study.
So your current stage name is Squalle. Yes. I know you mentioned that you used to go by another name very, very early.
I done had like 5 names.
That's what I was going to ask you. What were some other stage names that you had before you arrived at Squalle?
I had True G. That was the first one.
True G.
And then there was Magnificent.
Magnificent.
I was in this church rap group. I was in this Christian rap group.
I want to say I heard Magnificent.
And we all had names like that.
Did y'all perform at the Grand Slam?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But it was Magnificent. I was Magnificent. Then my friend was Marvelous. And then it was Excellent and Extravagant, because these is what we, would label God. So that's what we named ourselves. And then from that, I was Magnificent all through high school. And then college is when the Squalle thing, like when it hit me.
Where did Squalle come from?
It's got Swahili root to it, so it means like young in age and wise in mind.
Oh,
yeah, so,
I love that. Just saying it's Squalle.
Squalle, it's like their version of like having an old soul, and that stuck with me. So I got it from battling, and this guy from New York was like, when you come around, it seemed like people be just running and trying to avoid you like the police, and that's what it means in New York. So he started calling me that, So I'm in class in college, and I'm giving a speech, and the guy's like, "Well, tell the class something that they don't know about you." And I'm like, "Well, I'm a rapper. My name's Squalle." And then he's from Africa, so he's like, "Oh, in my native tongue, that means like young in age, wise in mind." So it was like God given.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
It was really
I can see
like
that.
God given, for real.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that is deep.
I'm rocking with Squalle. I don't see myself changing it.
No, I hope you don't, because it stands out. It really does stand out, and it just rolls off your tongue. It sounds good.
Yeah, but True G, Magnificent. At one point in time, I was Trapper.
Trapper?
I was Trapper, somewhere around up in there.
I feel like etymology wise,
Yeah,
Squalle
Squalle
fits
is
your
Squalle is
energy.
it for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's dope.
Yeah.
So when did you record like your first full official body of work that you wanted to put out and push?
Ooh, that would have been 2011 or 12.
2011
Yeah,
or 12.
It's Everything.
So about 10 years ago?
Yeah.
That's not that bad. It's Everything. It's the name of it?
Yeah.
Go out
That
there
was
and
a
check
good
out.
one. No,
It's
I don't even know if
Everything.
I put that one out on that Piff. I don't even know if that even is still even out. But it might be, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. It's Everything. That was my baby. Oh my God.
What producers did you work with on that first project? Do you remember?
I couldn't tell you. I was going, this was when like SoundClick and all this stuff. I was just going and just finding beats, and there was a guy named Mario at my school that produced a lot of it. Then there was a guy from New York, I cannot remember his name, but he used to send me beats too, because we all just used to do stuff like that. But I really couldn't, outside of them two, I couldn't tell you the other people's names.
So you took it a step further. Outside of high school, you decided to go ahead and go and take a university route. What university did you
I went
attend?
to Alabama State University.
Oh, shout out to Alabama State.
Yeah, the first HBCU.
The first
First
HBCU?
HBCU, the oldest, yes.
The first and the oldest
Yeah,
HBCU.
shout out to my school, them Hornets.
It's Taj! Shout out to Indie Boxcart Media for the edits you have seen here today. Indie Boxcart Media, where your media visions can be brought to life and done right. Get you some Indie Boxcart Media in your life and keep those conversations classic, alright?